Hello, everybody. Today is a chicken stew and rice kind of day, paired with some vegetables. Big flavors, very simple technique. Let's get right into it. We're going to start first with putting a marinade together. So I have fennel seeds, aniseeds, joining some cloves of garlic, chilies, and ginger. I always add some salt before I grind manually, and also I'm going to add my crushed black pepper now. We're going to grind everything into a coarse texture. And of course, you can use your food processor or your blender for this. Now we're going to add some chopped onions because this is a marinade, so we need the onions in here. And also I'm going to add some flat leaf parsley, also known as Italian parsley. We're just going to tear that into there and grind it all together. Now I also have my chicken bouillon. Very, very, very good in this recipe. I'm adding my curry powder now. Yes, everything is going into the grinder to become one homogeneous mixture for our chicken. Loving the texture, not too smooth and not too coarse. So we're going to add it to the chicken. We're going to rinse the grinder with a little bit of water because this chicken is the hen. It is the layer, and the meat tends to be tougher but more flavorful, so it could use the moisture to cook. I'm also going to add some fresh basil because it's perfume for the chicken. We'll let the chicken sit and marinate for about 20-25 minutes, giving us some time to work on our vegetables. This is going to be the base of the stew. So I have some tomatoes. I also have some grape tomatoes, all going onto a baking pan because we're going to throw it into the oven just to roast them, which will maximize the flavors even more. So we have a combination of green and red bell peppers. This medley brings so much sweetness and umami to your stew. I'm adding 2 types of onions, red and sweet, because I had those on hand. Use whatever type of onions you have available to you. It will not make much of a difference at all. I also have some cloves of garlic, some ginger. I'm going to add some fresh thyme going on right now, but you can use the dry. And to this, I'm just going to add my salt right now, as well as some crushed black pepper, and drizzle some oil onto it. I have some garlic infused oil, so I use that, and it's actually cooking olive oil. And then we'll throw it into the oven. We will be roasting at 500 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, or until we see some caramelization and char. Time to cook the chicken. We let it marinate for about 25 minutes, so it's perfect and ready to go. We're going to bring it to a boil, which took about 10 minutes. Then we're going to stir it and add some more water. We need the water to soften the chicken. Start off without adding too much water though, because we want the flavors to seep all the way into the bone of the chicken. So don't dilute the flavors just yet. Bring it to a boil first, forcing the flavors into the meat and bone, and then add the water to tenderize. So after 20 minutes, we are ready to separate the chicken pieces from the broth we have created. Because next step is frying these chicken pieces until they're golden brown and delicious. This flavorful broth is going to make our stew. So we'll set it aside, and we'll be incorporating it soon, and I'll show you how. So keep watching. Now let's fry the chicken pieces. And our vegetables are also roasted perfectly. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Let's check on the chicken and flip them as needed because we're shallow frying. We want golden brown throughout, and the chicken skin. Those were an indulgent treat for Sister Madame. They were so good. So good. Chicken skin, fried, crispy. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, so the chicken looks really good. Don't eat all of it, please. Let me just forewarn you because that's a huge possibility. All right, so now we can fry the rest and move on to the next step. And to the same oil, you're going to add some chopped onions. Yes, more onions, please. Onions in your stew is a non-negotiable matter, friends. The more onions you put in your stew, the tastier it'll be. Hands down. All right, so let's go for it. We'll fry the onions on medium high and then go in with our tomato paste. And we'll fry these two ingredients together until we see the color changing. And that should take about 2 minutes. And at this stage, I go in with my mixed herb and spice medley. These are all dry herbs and spices. In that mixture is rosemary. So you know it's super fragrant right now. All right, so you want to stir that in and go in with the rest of your seasonings and spices. I added some curry powder, some chicken seasoning, and we're going to just stir that in and fry for an additional 1 minute or so. All right, and then we're going to blend our vegetables, our roasted vegetables, and add it to the stew base. Yes, we're leaving nothing behind. All the juices, everything must go inside. And to that, also make sure you add some chilies because we're making this stew nice and spicy. So I added some scotch bonnets and also the chicken broth. We blend everything together to a really nice and smooth puree. Perfect. The stew base is ready to receive our blended mixture. And now we will stir it together and then we'll let it cook on low heat, friends. The key is low heat, and we will stir periodically. Set a timer for maybe every 15 minutes or so. As long as you're cooking on low heat, you should be just fine. What we want to see here is for the stew to reduce. So every 10 to 15 minutes, you want to go and stir. And you see the ring forming along the inside of the pot. That's what you want to see. Yes, and periodically you want to go and clean that rim and reincorporate it into the stew so it doesn't become dry and become a waste. All right. So after about 40 minutes or so, your stew should be done cooking. It should have reduced to this level, concentrated with flavor, and ready to chow down. Now we go in and remove the oil. Yes, we use the oil to fry the stew. It's done its job, but you can go in and remove it. Skim it off because we don't need all that oil in the stew. And the oil, do not discard because you can use it for jollof rice, for an omelette, gari photo, whatever the case might be. You can even use it to cook stew again. And now we add our fried chicken. Yes, that is a sight for sore eyes right there. And for a hungry soul, oh, this is torture. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. Yes. Now that we've submerged all of our chicken pieces, we're going to let it continue cooking on low heat for the next 10 minutes. Then we'll go in with some hard-boiled eggs and some chilies. Now, the hard-boiled eggs, that's a Ghanaian thing. The chili is also a Ghanaian thing. If you know any Ghanaian, you know we put eggs on everything. All right, friends? It's just a thing we do in Ghana, and we love it. It is dinner time, and my household members cannot wait. I served it over some saffron rice and a lightly dressed slaw. And it was perfection on the plate, friends. It was so yummy. So yummy. Yeah, all the kiddos, they went for seconds. This stew is a must try, friends and family. I hope you're inspired to try it. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, please try the recipe and come back with your feedback. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks so much for watching. Make it a great day. And as always, have fun, especially in that kitchen. It is chop time. Yes, as you can see, it's going down.